Hey everyone, welcome to Mondays with Mary. The other day, my granddaughter, who is 18, my oldest granddaughter, I have a young one who's 6, came up and said, on short notice, of course, I need a birthday card. She needed a birthday card for her boyfriend. Being a card maker, I have tons of cards, but not a whole lot that's appropriate for a 20-year-old male, at my ready. So I was thinking about this. We finally found something that she liked that was appropriate. But I was thinking about it and I thought, we all need just kind of generic birthday cards for those last minute cards. Not everybody, even females, appreciate flowers or anything floral. So I was at Michael's the other day because I don't want to waste those vouchers. And I came across balloons. And I picked it up and I thought, well, this would be perfect for that issue. And I do have a lot of balloons. I've got embossing folders, but I wanted something quick. It's 4 pieces. It makes an arch, balloon arch. And I thought to jazz it up, I would break out my Lisa Horton metallic inks. I haven't used them in a while, and I love the metallic inks. And I think that the metallic would, make it look a little bit special. So we're going to use 4 different shades because we do have 4 stencils. So we've got Coastline, Love Struck, Ultraviolet, Vertigus, I think is how it's pronounced. And then I'm going to attempt to do all these ribbons on each balloon in silver. We'll see how that goes. But I thought, it would be nice to have these made. She's in college now. I'm not going to hand her one of I took 6 hours making this card for someone who's probably going to just toss the card later on. And so I thought this would be perfect. So we've got 4 different layers, and they've got little bits of streamers in there too. So we are going to give it a go, and I want to make sure I want my color placements. So this one is over that one. So one is kind of sits over 2. So I want my blue, my Love Struck and Coastline. And then let's see where this one fits in. That one fits. All right, so then we'll do the green and then that one. All right. Let's see if that works out. All right, so These are a weird size. Let's see. They are 4 by 6, so, which is fine. We're gonna I'm gonna have I want to kind of measure this so it's sort of in the middle, and then I'm just gonna make, because these aren't expensive, and that's the beauty of them, because they aren't, but I want to be able to place these. So I'm just gonna do I've marked the corner on each side, and then that way we'll know where that left-hand side goes. And then I am going to take and tape this side. Side down. All right, so we're going to start with our coastline first. I just love metallic inks, but you do have to be careful because they are a pigment ink and they're going to be slow to dry. All right, and then I have these perfect little brushes. That I'm gonna mark as metallics, because like pigment, you know, like our oxides and distress inks, you don't want to use the same brushes. So these are going to officially be my all right. I'm going to have to I want to make sure I don't get anything. So I'm going to mask up, gonna mask this off here, so because I want the the strings of the balloons, that silver. That way I don't have to be ultra careful. All right. Let me I don't want these super dark either. And I want to get that so that it has that kind of where you can see through look. So how was your weekend? Let me know. We had our last baseball tournament for the summer, which was nice because it was 103. So we have a break until fall ball starts. And at least those are evening games, and it's cooler. I think this is actually going to be a string of one of the other balloons, but I am not sure. All right, I want to make sure that I clean this ink off as best as I can. All right, so that's our blue. We're done there. Let's get our silver. All right, and then we can take this off of here. We're gonna need these for the next one, so. All right. Speaking of birthdays, I was late with my birthday cards for the beginning of the month. I felt really bad, but I was so busy. All right. I think this would be cute with the silver if I could keep remembering to do it. All right. So that's our layer number 1. And then layer number 2. All right, so we've got our marks that I made. So we're gonna match that up. Put that right there. All right. Let me put that there and that one there. And then while I have the silver, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can squeak the silver in. Uh-oh, I got silver right there. Hopefully you won't notice it. I thought I could be smart, but no, I cannot. All right. Let me know if you have used Lisa Horton's metallic or her interference. Those are real nice also to use. All right, now we're going to go in with our Love Struck, which is our kind of magenta kind of. All right. These are pretty intense. I almost missed a little confetti or something right there. There's some right there. Why is it, getting back to my granddaughter, that no matter how old they are, kids wait till the last minute? It's just like when they're young and they've got a project due, and they wait to tell you the night before. All right, we're done with number 2 and Love Struck. This one wasn't as messy as the blue was. All right, now we're going to go to the Vertigus with layer number 3. We got all right, we got that one there. This one there. I'm not taking chances this time. Gonna mask those off. And we're gonna need one more right there. School has started already. Most of the schools here. is crazy. Oh, this is such a pretty color. Look at that. Oh. All right. Years ago, I mean, when I went to school, I know it was the Stone Age, but even when my kids went to school out here in California, they didn't start till after Labor Day. Now they start so early. And they don't get out much earlier. This color is not looking anything like the ink pad. So we'll see what happens when we get it next to the blue. All right, we need to go back to our silver. And like I said, I'm not being really fussy with the ink, the ink for the balloons, because they're all different. You know, when light is shining through the balloons, there's dark and light spots. Especially depending on how full the balloon is. All right. Silver. All right. Yeah, everybody just had their new releases. You know, the big companies. Concord and Ninth did. I think Spellbinders did. Hero Arts. Everybody's over the Christmas releases, though, so that's good. I have so much Christmas. As you know, I've mentioned it before. And yet I bought more Christmas stuff. I don't know. It is an addiction. All right, so we are done with layer 3. We are almost done here. Oh, it does look more of a tealy color once you see it next to the blue. All right, this is our last one. Looks about right. All right. Oh. You're off there. What happened? All right. We go ahead and cover the strings. All right, and we've got our ultraviolet. Let's see. I think Michael's has all their stencils on sale right now if you're interested. I think like the $12 ones are $9. I mean, it's not a huge, but you know, every penny counts, I think. And they are reasonably priced. They're not the, you know, they don't have the biggest details or anything, but they serve a purpose, I think. I think that is that's a streamer thing. This is a confetti, so we'll make that one purple. All right, and so I think the only thing we have left is the strings. As far as the stencil goes. Alright, so let me get as much of this as I can before we do the silver. Alright, and back to the silver. All right, so we've got a string there. there. And I think that's it. All right, well, let's see what it looks like. I think that turned out cute. All right, we need to erase our little marks right here. You know, you could do this for an anniversary also, or a retirement. It would be really nice in silvers and gold balloons. Boy, I got messy. All right, let me take all this before we transfer ink where we do not want it to go. Let me take this off of here. And I am going to cut this down just a tad. What did I say it measured? Okay, it's 4 1/4. So I want to take just a little bit off the top and make it 4. That'll get rid of some of that mess that we did. And then it's 5 1/2, so I want to go 5 1/4. And then that way, we get it'll be smaller than the card base. And then we can ink up the card base sides. We get a piece of paper because this is going to be messy. I'm going to use that color that there it is that I like so much. I mean, I could go with the silver, but I want a pop of color. Oops. So I'm not sure. I've never used metallic ink. But it's fine. I was gonna say I've never used it to edge. I mean, I gotta keep in mind that the color is pigment, so it's not gonna dry. You know, you could use whatever favorite colors of the person that you're giving the card to. You know, if you're doing it for somebody, like I was doing. All right. Still not the color of the ink pad, but it's definitely bluer. It's definitely bluer than the pad, but I like it anyway. And I don't know if you can see, but this is gonna be a disaster. Just how much it shimmers. Her inks are just gorgeous. All right, so I just want to make sure we got enough of the edge covered, and we did. All right. I'm gonna put some tape runner on it. It's gonna be damp, so I'm gonna make sure I get enough in the middle. Hopefully it stays. If not, I'll have to use some liquid glue. All right, here I go eyeballing. If you can see the shimmer as it dries, all of the colors get very shimmery. All right, so let's go in my little container here of well, we got a happy birthday. You know, we are thinking of you. You know, it doesn't always have to say happy birthday on the outside of the car. See, look, it can be congratulations too. For whatever. Count your blessings. I got lots of happies, no birthdays. How did that happen? I got a big happy birthday, but it's too chunky. Too chunky. See, Takes up half the card. All right, we'll go with the happy birthday because it is just the right size and it fits right there, and it's metallic. And we'll put little foam dots. If I can find some. All right. So the point is, you know, it's quick, it's easy if you need something fast. Or, you know, like in my case, it's going to a teenage boy, and I'm sure it went in the garbage. So, you know, there are those people that you don't mind spending a lot of time on a card because you know that they treasure it. And then there are those people that you know that they go, oh, my mom was always a treasure type person. When she passed away, I found cards that my dad gave her for their anniversary, like years and years. And he passed away when I was 15, so she had those for a very long time because she was in her 80s when she passed away. So, but she was a keeper. So was my best friend who passed away. All right, standing again. I think right in between the little things are good. And what have I got here? Ooh. I got these pretty little blue dots. Let's see what they look like. Well, first let's see if I can get them out of the bag. Kind of aqua. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh good, they're different sizes. And they're sticky. Let's see. Let's put one there. Tuck one in there. Whoops. And tuck one right there. It seems like we need another one over here though. Which then means I'm gonna have to put another one because I don't know, that one's just calling me right there. And we need one more. Maybe up here. Maybe. Nope. Okay. All right. So that's it. I have no idea. I think Michael's just called this balloons. They don't even have description, you know, a name on the packaging. Why? I don't know. I don't know. All right. So, quick and simple, one layer. You know, make a bunch of them, have them in your stash in different colors. You don't even have to put happy birthday on them, you know, you can just have them there because happy anniversary, retirement, birthday, congratulations, it all works. So, all right, so that's it for this time. Thanks for stopping by and watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you if you're a subscriber. It means the world. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can hit that subscribe button. And if you hit the bell, it will send you notifications when there is a new video to watch. The thumbs up is the like button, and it lets YouTube know that you enjoyed the video, and that way they'll promote the video more. There is also a share button because sharing is caring, and it makes it easy for you to share with a friend. Yeah, I think I covered it all. All right, so once again, thanks for stopping by. Leave me a comment. Let me know if if by chance you have this. Let me know if you've gotten any of Michael's stencils. They do have some nice ones. Like I said, they don't name them. But there are some nice ones. I picked up a bird and some floral for a tropical thing also when I was there, because they do make quick cards. So, all right, so that's it. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.